Multiverse, a word that once belonged to science fiction, now whispers through the halls of real physics labs and explodes across movie screens. The multiverse isn't just sci-fi anymore. It's becoming one of the most serious and interesting ideas in modern science. But what if Hollywood's wildest multiverse fantasies weren't that far off? In this video, we will explore what real scientists say about the multiverse and how Hollywood imagine it. The multiverse is not just some comic book idea. It's a theory being explored by physicists in top labs today. There are several kinds of multiverse theories, and here's how they break down. Quantum multiverse, also known as many worlds interpretation. Every time a decision is made, even at the quantum level, the universe splits into multiple versions, each one representing a different outcome. For example, you flip a coin. In one universe it lands heads, in another it lands tails. You choose to move to a new city. One universe where you do, one where you don't. Scientific origin of quantum multiverse was proposed by Hugh Everett in 1957, built on quantum mechanics, where particles exist in multiple states until observed. Cosmic inflation multiverse, also known as bubble universe theory. Right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded extremely fast inflation. This might have created bubbles, separate universes with different laws of physics. For example, our universe is just one bubble. Another bubble may have no gravity. Another might have no atoms. Based on the inflation theory by Alan Guth. String theory multiverse, also known as brane multiverse or M theory. String theory says that everything is made of tiny vibrating strings. And for this theory to work, it requires extra dimensions, 10 or 11 total. Example, our 3D universe might be like a sheet of paper floating in a 10D space, with other papers universes nearby. Based on the string theory or M theory, Edward Witten, and many more. Hypothetical, but consistent with certain mathematical models. Mathematical multiverse, also known as ultimate ensemble by Max Tegmark. Every possible mathematical structure exists as its own universe. If something can be described by math, it exists somewhere. Example, a universe where 2 plus 2 is equal to 5? If it's mathematically consistent, it exists. Even we might just be mathematical patterns playing out in code. Based on Max Tegmark's mathematical universe hypothesis. It's a philosophical and mathematical argument more than physics. Anthropic multiverse, also known as fine-tuning problem solution. There are infinite universes with random physical laws. We live in one that supports life, simply because we couldn't exist in the others. Often used to explain the fine-tuning of constants in physics. Not a testable theory, but widely discussed in cosmology. Example, most universes are chaotic or lifeless. Ours looks perfect because otherwise we wouldn't be here to ask the question. There are many more theories and thought experiments out there, but if we try to cover them all, this video would turn into an entire documentary series. While scientists were building theories in labs and particle accelerators, Hollywood was already visualizing the multiverse on screen in IMAX and in our imaginations. Like in Marvel's Doctor Strange, we see a man falling through hundreds of realities, from mirror dimensions to water worlds to living paint. It's chaotic, disorienting, and eerily similar to quantum theories. In the real world, many worlds interpretation, each possible outcome of every action happens, just in a different universe. The film portrays timelines colliding, incursions between realities, and universes where even the laws of physics are different. That's not far from string theory's idea, where alternate dimensions could have completely different physics. Then came Spider-Man: No Way Home, a movie that didn't just break box office records, it broke the emotional barrier between fictional timelines. 3 Peter Parkers from different universes, meeting, bonding, healing. And somehow it felt more real than fantasy. Beyond fan service. This story reflects a real psychological idea. What if we could meet a version of ourselves that made different choices? Would we forgive ourselves more? Would we learn something? Then came a film that changed everything. Everything everywhere all at once. A chaotic, absurd, beautiful mess, just like the real multiverse might be. It takes the many worlds theory to its logical extreme. You are not one person. You are infinite. A chef, a rock, a kung fu master, a bagel cultist. Every possibility is real somewhere. But not all multiverse ideas are visualized through timelines. Interstellar plays with dimensions, especially time. In the film, Cooper enters a black hole and experiences the fifth dimension, time as a physical space. He sends messages across time, not through science, but through love. It reflects a powerful scientific and emotional truth. Time might be more flexible than we think, and human emotion might be more powerful than space-time itself. Are these stories just fantasies? Or are they our collective imagination trying to make sense of something our brains can't fully grasp? Art has always been a step ahead of science, and these films might be telling us something we're just beginning to understand. That the multiverse is not just a plot device. It's a mirror, showing us our own regrets, hopes, and second chances projected onto the cosmos. If the multiverse is real, are there signs around us? Déjà vu, that eerie feeling you've already lived this moment. Or Mandela effect, collective false memories across millions, like a merge of realities. Dreams that feel like messages. Some believe these are echoes from alternate timelines. Unexplained instincts. You feel a connection to people you've never met before. Maybe you dreamt of a life you actually lived in another universe. The multiverse isn't just a mind-bending theory. It's a complete rewrite of how we understand ourselves, our lives, and reality itself. If there are infinite versions of you, ones who made different choices, then what does this version of you really mean? So, does the multiverse really exist? That's still unknown. But one thing is clear, believing in it changes how we see reality, from something fixed to something full of possibility. And sometimes that's enough, because maybe the greatest multiverse isn't out there in space, maybe it's inside us.